UK/NI/JB. And if you can remember that, you're a better man than I am. Gunga Din. Those then are my points of contact. Good morning, Gerry.
Gunga Din.
Yes. Can you answer me 4 questions?
Go ahead.
Well, one question, really, a composite question. I was bemoaning the fact that I am not a complete man.
Well, I heard that.
I can't do the following things, and I'm just wondering, can you do these?
Okay, throw them at me.
Can you use chopsticks?
Of course I can.
To eat Chinese food?
Oh, no, not to eat Chinese food.
No, it doesn't count then. Using them as a drum doesn't count.
I can use them in many ways, but certainly not to eat Chinese food. Should they get perfectly good knives and forks?
Well, my thinking entirely. What about, can you tie a bow tie?
I can indeed, but not on myself.
No. Can you tie it on someone else?
I can indeed.
Yours spins round, doesn't it? Your bow tie, that is.
Only on a Saturday night.
Yes. Can you wrap your own Christmas presents?
Of course I can. And what I use masking tape as well.
Do you? Gaffer tape?
I indeed.
Right, you can't wrap them.
I can wrap them. I'm a great wrapper.
I've heard that. A door wrapper. Can you fold a shirt when you're going away for the weekend?
You've got me there. I've never taken a shirt away for the weekend. I prefer to take something human.
I never met the man who can fold his own shirt.
Who do you think is going to win the Christmas battle for number 1? Do you think the boys will beat the girls?
I think the one with the tank.
What?
Give my head peace. They haven't told you yet, have they?
What's that?
Oh, I'll tell you about it
that's
later.
we have to pick one of the give my head peace things.
No, we haven't to pick it. Our friends, to whom you refer as the punters, have to pick it.
And then we announce it, don't we, in our little talk on Friday?
Yes.
Well, I don't want to see any of them.
Do you not?
No.
Oh, well, don't.
But does my vote count?
No.
I'm a punter.
No, you're not.
I've never succeeded in watching one of them all the way through. So why should I care?
It's a BBC programme. Have a care.
Oh, is it? Sorry, I thought it was ITV. No. I think it's wonderful. I look forward to announcing the winner. Will we announce the winner on Friday?
Friday.
And then they'll show it on Friday night?
Yes.
That'll be wonderful.
If they've got the tip.
Mm-hmm. I must set the alarm clock.
Okay. Right, so you spin round a Saturday night, do you?
I do indeed, yeah. Much the consternation of the neighbours.
I'll talk with you tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
BBC Radio Foyle
and BBC Radio Ulster
with Gerry Anderson.
Thank you, woman who knows me. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gerald Michael Anderson here, spinster of this parish of no fixed abode. It is 27 minutes to 11 o'clock. Thank you to John Bennett in Belfast, slaving away on behalf of the BBC. Thank you to Susan McReynolds up here in BBC Radio Foyle, slaving away on behalf of the BBC. Thank you to Mr. Gerald Michael Anderson, about to slave away on behalf of the BBC. May I say that the number to ring if you want to contact this programme on this, well, what day is today? What day is today? Today, next week, is Christmas.
18th, we're told.
Yes, we're told that. You thought Christmas was today, didn't you?
Yes.
What a shock it was for you when you discovered it was next week.
It was.
The number to ring if you want to contact this programme is 08459 555 678. Our email is up and running again, jerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk. And also our text messaging services is up and running again after a couple of days of malfunction.
A man phoned in this morning.
Have you got the number there for the text service?
No, you have it.
I don't have it. Nobody ever gives it to me.
John Bennett gave it to you the other morning.
I know, but he gave me the wrong number. People were ringing Hugo.
There's treble 2 somewhere.
No, it's not. There's a treble 2 somewhere. Could you get that for me,
Yes,
Geraldine? And I'll read it out later. What seems to be the problem? Anything you want to talk
A
about?
man
before?
phoned this morning and he was quite annoyed.
What about?
He says perhaps you could do something about it, but then I didn't know, perhaps Mr. Bennett has already dealt with this.
Well, come on, let's have it.
Apparently they're knocking down the Curzon Cinema in
What
Belfast.
a shame. What a
Well,
shame.
what a shame. But you see, it means nothing to me.
I know it. I've been in the Curzon Cinema.
I don't even know where it is.
But see, we have a similar situation in our own home city here, that beautiful big factory.
But I wonder would James have any thoughts on that?
Oh, he would have thoughts on that,
Yes,
surely.
that's what, or anyone
Let's
else.
ring him, let's talk to him.
But perhaps John dealt with it. See, John's got his finger on the pulse.
He has indeed,
And
but
being
that's
a
neither here nor
Is
there.
John Bennett a Belfast man, tell me? Something I don't know.
I don't think he is.
Where's he from?
I think he's from Glentoran. I've got a number here for our text service. It's 077 8620 2223. Is that too fast? I'll give that again. 077 8620 2223. You can send us a text message and I'll read it out as we speak.
Where is John Bennett from?
He's from Belfast.
Are you sure?
He is indeed, yes. There's no doubt about it. I'm going to do something now which is unusual. Do you know the way in the BBC textbook they tell you to play the first record upbeat, to get the people to listen? I think that's wrong.
No, it's not. You complained about that yesterday. Oh, that's good there.
I think we should give our listeners a false sense of security. I think we should start with something gentle. Now listen to this.
I like this.
The girl from Glentoran.
Yeah.
The girl from Ipanema. See, this is the way to start it off. A nice, well, may I say sexy at 25 minutes to 11 o'clock in the morning? Nice sexy vocal. You're on the beach. You've got your pina colada. A beautiful young girl, tanned Brazilian, walks by with a Brazilian wax.
Do you
And
wear
her
socks
boyfriend-
with your sandals?
I certainly do not. Listen to this. All about that. That's Mrs. Miller. And the virtue about that record is that she is really trying. She is really trying. That's Mrs. Miller, the girl from Ipanema. A very rare record. And I think, what?
It didn't go down well with your listeners.
I don't care. See, what we do here is, I do care, but what I like to provide here, and I've explained this to you before, and we've had many arguments about this.
Men were ringing
Any
in there.
dog's arse can play Declan Nerney and play Johnny Logan and Hugo
No,
Duncan records.
I don't think-
I know what people like. If people want what they like,
I
they
think
can
it-
listen to John Bennett.
It would have been all right, I think, at about 20 past 11.
That's your judgment,
That's what I think.
and
I
you're
think-
entitled to your opinion.
No,
We
what-
live in a democracy. This is why my uncle fell at Ypres.
But I
So
think
that you would have the freedom to speak your mind. I don't not necessarily have to agree with you, though.
Patricia's on one.
I know, but I'll just have to talk to her in a moment. I have to say to Gemma Jones, who sent me a little email, Gemma, help is at hand. I shall send you an email after the show. You see, you don't know what that's about, do
I
you?
don't know. What's that
No,
about?
I'm not telling you. And here's a lady called
Did you
Albert.
see The Sopranos last night?
I don't like The Sopranos. I never watched them. I watched them a few times. There's something about The Sopranos I just can't get
It
into.
was the last episode last night. It was
I'm
great.
good. It means I don't have to stop watching it
It was
again.
great.
Well, there again, this is why my uncle fell at Ypres.
Yeah, yeah.
So that you have the privilege to give your opinion. I don't necessarily have to agree.
Patricia's on one.
Send in the clowns. There has to be clowns. Don't bother. They're here. Where is she?
On one.
A gentleman called Albert Faith who needs, now listen to this, he needs a hydraulic barber's chair.
What?
He wants a hydraulic barber's chair. Or even a hairdressing chair. Could any of your listeners help? That's from Rachel, actually, by the way. That's not good. We've never had a request for a hydraulic barber's
There
chair
was a
before.
time.
There was a time. There was a time.
Do you remember getting pumped up?
Oh, yes, I certainly do.
Do you?
I do, of course. What are you talking about?
And you sat in the barber's chair and he pumped,
Pumped up. Yeah, when you were small, he pumped you up because you're too small. He had to get out your little head.
he pumped you up.
Do you remember the wee giant?
No.
Do you? He was a hairdresser. Well, we called them barbers then when I was a child.
Yeah.
My father used to bring me over to see him. It was over in, I won't tell you where it is because it means nothing to the listeners, but it was over in an area, you never heard of the wee giant?
No.
That was his name, the wee giant.
Right.
And he was a barber. And do you know what he used to do? He was a grumpy wee man, and he had a spittoon. Right?
Right.
And when he was cutting your hair, he'd go, and that's all you heard behind you. And he always give you the pudding bowl. Remember the pudding bowl? The Hamlet cut.
No. I know what you're talking about.
The
but
bowl, he
I-
put the bowl in your head and he cut round like that. And your hair was just round like an Elizabethan page boy.
Yes.
You're not interested in any of this,
No,
are you?
Patricia, neither is Patricia
I know.
on one.
Well, I don't care. I have to talk about this stuff. I have to get it out of me. A very happy Christmas to you, Sean and crew. Also to Maureen McGarrity of Hannahstown, who never misses the programme, and to all our friends out there whom we know are listening. That's from Eddie and Rose Rogan. Those are little emails. I am Andrew McGoldrick. I am 6 years old, going on 46, he says. This is a child's hand, although he's got somebody to write for him. This is a 6-year-old child trying to communicate with the programme. Sean, do you know what that means? It means we're getting through to the babies. Could you please mention my granny's name on the radio? She will soon be a pensioner. She is Bridie McGoldrick of 306 Drumbeg North, Craigavon, and she walks with the aid of 2 walking sticks. She was on the programme Making a Difference with my grandpa Michael. My Aunt Alice is writing this for me. She listens to your programme every day. That's love from Andrew. And not a nice little boy to go to the trouble of getting his auntie to do that? You don't care, do you? You don't give two about anything.
One.
You're giving no money for no dogs nowhere. And hello, good morning.
Hello,
Good morning.
Good
What's your
morning.
name again?
Patricia.
Patricia, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. I had a lot of
That's
stuff
grand.
to
I was just listening to your banter there with Sean.
It's not banter. It's. I'm trying to keep him down. There's things I have to get off my chest.
Yes, I understand.
What can we do for you today? Is there anything you
Listen,
want?
I wanted to know, Gerry, why you call yourself spinster of the parish. I thought spinster was a woman.
Yes.
So I thought a single male person was a bachelor.
Yeah, well, I have yet to make up my mind.
Oh, right. So
No, I
you're
think
not sure what you are then. Is that what you're saying?
That's basically what I'm saying. But spinster sounds good. I love the word spinster. Nobody ever uses
right.
it anymore. Are you a spinster yourself?
No, no. No.
When was the last time you heard somebody described as a spinster?
Oh, my goodness, I wouldn't like to tell you how long ago it is.
There are certain words that aren't used anymore. I mean, people just say, oh, you woman up the street, oh, she's an old spinster.
Uh-huh.
You never hear that now.
No, you don't.
You never hear about people going down to a shop to get religious goods and fancy objects.
No, that's true.
You never hear about people going down to the haberdashery.
Yeah, that's another word that's not used too often.
That's another word. And you never hear anybody say, I must go down and get some bananas in the fruiterers.
Nah.
You never hear that, do you?
No, you don't. You don't.
Another one you don't hear. What's that? Oh, yeah. I must get a pair of trousers. Where's the nearest gentleman outfitters? You don't hear that anymore, do you?
No, you don't.
I love all those old words.
So that's
Spinster.
why you use it then, just.
Bachelor reminds me of peas. Spinster's a good word. What did you say you wanted? Sorry, before we were distracted.
No, that was all. That was the only reason
was
why
it?
I was to see why you called yourself a spinster, because I thought it was a woman
No.
that was a spinster. So you can refer to it as being a man as well, then, can you?
And where have all the old bachelors gone?
Aye.
Do you remember there used to be old bachelors who used to live in houses on their own? You don't see them anymore. Where are they? They're all in watching Gerry Springer, aren't they? But you remember old boys used to come out and walk about the
Gerry
street?
doesn't be on too much now, does he?
Well, who he's on now? Is it Ricky? Is
Gosh, I don't know.
it? What do you call your woman that's on?
Oh,
Vicky?
yes.
Well, you know all that stuff.
Yeah.
Judge Jude. What's your Judge Julie you watch?
Judge Judy, I wouldn't miss her. Wouldn't miss her.
Why do you like Judge Judy?
Shandlin. She's great. She's great.
Can you do her?
No, she's only woman.
Can't you do women before? Can you not do a woman? Can you not
No.
do Judge Judy? Well, who's on TV during the day? You're always lying on your sofa watching.
Judge Judy, I wouldn't miss her.
Who's on during who's Vicky? Is there somebody called Vicky on?
No.
Ricky.
Ricky.
Is it Ricky?
Oh,
And there's a nice girl, very very attractive. She's on in the morning at BBC, I
Oh,
think.
Trisha. That's
I
the
like
one you're
her.
thinking of.
Judge
Yeah.
Judy.
I'd like to meet her sometime.
Judge Judy should be on at a better time.
Why do you like Judge Judy so?
Just because it's an actual court case happening, and you're getting all the gossip and all the news. It's great. It's terrific. You hear them fighting. Hear them,
Is it not just all done for the TV?
No. I would say there could be some. Yeah.
I think your viewing habits are unhealthy.
No, not.
I think they are.
No.
Anyway, let's talk to this woman again. So, is that you finished now, is it?
That was me. That's me finished, yes.
All
I
right,
just want
then.
to wish you all a very happy Christmas and enjoy the show immensely every morning.
Thank you. Happy Christmas to you too.
All right, Gerry.
Okay.
All the best.
Bye. I've got a bulletin here from Warren Point from my friend Paul
Turn
McAvoy.
me off, please.
I was surprised to see you visiting a motorcycle pit during one of your TV programmes, and at the same time I thought that you should have had a smarter hairdo for the occasion. It seemed to be blowing in your face, and you had difficulty in trying to tuck your hair in under your safety helmet. Well, all that is past. I heard a few comments during the following day on your radio programme. Well, Christmas is coming sooner than we think. The Christmas illuminations in Warren Point were switched on by the council chairman Frank Feely of the Newry and Moan District Council on the local square, eagerly helped by two keen little children who were picked at random from the spectators gathered round the tree. And they were Rory McGivern and Niamh O'Hare. The Warren Point Silver Band, under their musical director, Maurice McCabe, played the usual popular Christmas carols, and to round up the proceedings, Santa arrived amidst the clanging of bells in the local fire service tender, and then distributed lollipops to young and old, also bags of sweets and goodie bags to the delighted children. The weather was ideal, dry and no rain. There's just one snag. No Christmas tape music. It's a dead atmosphere down here. Impressive shop decorations, brilliant illuminations, including the string of coloured lights along the shorefront. Commencing at the one-time swimming pool, the only music we have is the mechanical type provided by the motorists as they blare their car horns and roar up Church Street regardless of who they knock down. Driving is still very bad in Warren Point. The road hogs still roar up the Newry Road, giving no leeway to pedestrians. Others just drive out off side entrances, narrowly missing not being cut in two by motorists coming up Church Street. The parking, no use commenting on it, it's just heartbreak. The teenagers still stand or lean against the light standards, drinking their lager and aperitifs, also eating their hamburgers at the same time. Up King's Lane, the lovebirds don't worry about the cold or the time as they furiously snog away. It's their night. Who cares? Perhaps in some corner you might occasionally spot a pair of colourful ladies' tights. Someone maybe have lost those in a hurry to catch a late taxi home. Finally, the Warren Point dogs are as bad as ever. In spite of the Newry and Mourne Council nailing up dog anti-fouling notices, some are still having a sneaky go near Norman McKinley's and Myra McCormick's gates. The dog owners just laugh as they tell you what to effing do. Canon Kearney is feeling well again. Pleased to hear that. After his recent operation, Father Terry Rafferty is a keen fan of yours. Keep up your quips. Thank you, Paul McAvoy. I wouldn't, the week is not complete without a letter from Paul McAvoy, because I'm concerned about what's going on in Warren Point.
You're in trouble.
Why?
This call will tell you all.
Where is it?
On one.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, Gerry.
Hello, good morning. What seems to be the trouble?
Trouble is, we sent you a farting CD last week.
Let's not use that word on the
Okay,
programme.
actually-
Let's say novelty. Novelty CD. Yes.
Novelty CD.
Yes.
We played you a little piece of it to find out who the guy was that left it in our store.
I discovered the owner.
Well, he's in here last night complaining that he hasn't got it back yet.
Well, he has contacted me through the medium of email.
Right.
And he said that he walked in there to your shop and accidentally left it behind.
Uh-huh.
I think to myself that he was malicious in bringing it into your shop and playing it on your machinery, because I think he was trying to embarrass the customers. But he denies this, and he asked me to send it back to you so that you could give it to him.
Right. Well, we haven't got it back yet, and I think it's for his daughter, and Christmas is, as you know, next week.
For his daughter?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to give that to his daughter? Is he?
Pass.
Is he going to give that to his daughter? Well, I think that's incredibly insensitive.
Well, have you...
Well, I'm going to keep it then.
Oh, you can't do that.
I will. No daughter of mine is going to get one of those. I'll tell you what I'll do.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send it to you. I'll leave the
Right.
judgment up to you. It's up
Have
to
you
you.
not played it yet?
I have played bits of it, yeah, but I can't play the whole thing. Excuse the expression.
Right.
I have played bits of it.
Right.
Where is it?
I don't know where it is. It's upstairs somewhere.
What do you mean somewhere? It doesn't belong to you. Where is it?
I know it doesn't belong to me. It's up along with all my other CDs. I'll have to make a comprehensive search when I go up. What do you think? I have hundreds and thousands of CDs up there. It's obviously in the middle of those, and I'll find it. But he's going to give it to his daughter.
Yes, but it's his to give away.
But you see,
it's not yours to keep.
Possession is 99% of the law, 9 points of the law, whatever it is.
Yeah, never.
It's mine. It's my CD. It was sent to me in good faith by the man. What's your place? DR Records. What is it?
DR Electric and...
DR Electrics.
And Santa Clauses.
DR. Have you any Santas left, by the way?
Oh, yeah. He was doing a wee school fair on Saturday, so he was.
Was there?
So he's up to these public appearances.
So can we leave this with you then?
Pardon?
Can we leave this with you and Paul?
What I'll do is I'll find it and I'll send it back to... what's your address there again?
It's in the just carried off shopping centre.
Carried Off Shopping Centre.
DR
Hold on.
Electric.
See me writing that down.
Right.
See, I never write anything down.
So
Shopping Centre.
you're taking charge of this.
I am indeed.
All right. Okay.
There's 2 things I have to do today. Another thing I have to do. There's a lady I was talking to the other day, and she sent a stamped address envelope. She's got a very long, complicated name, and she wanted me to send her a copy of Live at Vicar Street. I have to do that as well. And I also have to look after...
what was the lady with the complicated name's name?
I can't remember the complicated name. I have to look after Gemma Jones as
Then
well.
how will you send it to her?
I do believe Geraldine has a note of that.
No, she hasn't.
What's your place again? DNR, what is it?
DR Electric
DR Electric.
in the carried off shopping centre.
Right, and I assume that's carried off?
Absolutely, yeah.
Right.
Can I be turned off?
No, you cannot, no. And what is the county?
County of Down.
County of Down. Thank you very much. You may think I should know that, but I don't.
Right.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll deal with your the novelty record.
Jerry,
Yes?
your book.
Can I be turned off now then?
No.
Your
Yes?
book.
Yes?
Autobiography, is that the right terminology?
Yes.
Are you aware it's out of print?
It's not out of print.
It is out of print. Talk to Waterstone's bookstore in Belfast. Go in and ask for the Gerry Anderson autobiography, and they'll tell you it's totally out of print.
They're lying to you.
Well, I don't know. I'm not the lie maker, I'm only the lie teller.
But sure, there's been such a demand for it. All over this Christmas period. It couldn't possibly be out of print.
Say there's only one man advertising it.
Who's that?
Gerry Anderson.
Well, I'm just responding to the market.
I want turned off.
No, I'm not turning you off. Do you know why?
Why?
I want to see you sweat.
Please turn me off.
No, I'm not going to turn you off. I'm going to make it so you can't talk.
I shall
I know
talk.
their phone ringing and you can't listen. You can't answer them.
Well, I'm going to do it.
Go and answer them anyway. Go on.
Hello, Gerry Show.
I'll turn them off then. It's not out of print. No, it's hard to get for some reason. I can't fathom. But I'll tell you what I do. I'll make inquiries.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Okay then.
Do you want to say hello to Santa Claus?
Hello to Santa.
Right. He'll sing you a little song again if you want.
No, it's quite all right. We've heard enough of him. Have you any big ones left?
Ah, yeah.
What, 5 foot Santas?
5 foot.
I'm telling you. You should have got rid of them by now, you know.
Oh,
Are you
no.
worried?
No, they're fine.
It's only a few days to go. There's another week to go. All right, then.
Right, boss.
Bye.
Thank you. Have a
Bye.
Christmas.
I'll send you the novelty record. All right.
Excellent.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
John McManaman has written me a poem called Merry Christmas, which reminds me of a story that I once heard in Derry, Londonderry, and I was reading a little book last night and I was reminded of it. I'll tell you about it later. It's called Merry Christmas. Gerry, can you help me? I don't know what to do. I'm a small farmer from Balahi. I'm only 5'2". You see, I've reared a turkey to eat on Christmas Day, but the children have got fond of it, and it joins them in their play. They love to go and feed it and watch it going peck, and I know the kids will hate me when I have eventually to wring its neck. Now, Gerry, I must get someone to put my turkey down, and I will have an alibi with my children downtown. I've tried the paramilitaries, though I don't think it's right. They say they'll kneecap my old bird if it gobbles in the night. I tried to get a hitman who would kill the bird for wages, but Gerry, I can't find a hitman. I've searched the yellow pages. Should I take it up to Stormont with my pony and cart? But Gerry, them boys are wild rough. They might pull my bird apart. I might ask your man, me Geordie Bush, to bomb it from on high. A big cruise missile in the dead of night would make the feathers fly. Or maybe Saddam might help. Away out in Iraq, a chemical concoction would leave him on his back. If I could stage an accident, my bird might end up dead. And when I try to put his seatbelt on, he pecks me in the head. I thought of laying landmines when he's walking down the lane, but that would turn out dangerous, kill the wife or maim a Wayne. I took it to Bundoran and threw him off the cliffs, but he spread his wings and flew away and landed on McNiff's. If I could get the bird depressed, he might take his own life. So I play Hugo every day beside a big sharp knife. I tied him to the railway line, but the spur thing got free. I think he's on to me, you know, by the looks that he gives me. Now, Gerry, don't ask Shorty. And I don't want to be rude, because, Gerry, I've tried it, and he thrives on Jay's fluid. I thought if I could frighten him, he might have a heart attack. So I roared out, boo, and jumped at him from behind the old turf stack. Gerry, I've tried everything. I don't know what to do. So, Gerry, I'm on bended knees and turning now to you. Now, Gerry, you're a superstar and with the upper class are seen, so could you arrange it for my turkey to be strangled by your friend, the Queen? I've seen her on the TV now with the bird between her knees, and she killed it with no bother. She killed it with her ease. Yeah, the Queen can pull a bird's neck before you can say the Duke of Edinburgh. I've thought of asking Charlie, but he might say, I'm not the one. I'm not a pheasant plucker. I'm a pheasant plucker's son. But, Gerry, they might keep it and eat it with their booze, or give it to the butler, or the man who cleans the loos. Gerry, please get back to me, because the time is flying by, and the old brute's looking at me with his red, old, angry eye. Gerry, I'm in some quandary. I just don't know what to do. Oh, my God, I'd buy a pound of mince and just make Irish stew. What a sad tale. I heard a story the other day. What?
Could you take a call? No, I'm talking to him. You're looking for the first line of the 12 Days of Christmas.
I'm finishing off this story here. I read a little book just last night which reminded me of a story that I heard about a lady in this city, and this is true apparently, and it was confirmed by the story in a little book called Gerry Down the Days, which has just been published by a fellow called Philip Cunningham, which is quite interesting. Only probably Derry people, but it's a good story. But these people who bought a number of years ago in the 40s, people who lived in the city, they bought a goose, a live goose, similar to the one that Geordie offered us for auction for the Rickety Wheel, but I, knowing of the story, realised it was a mistake, and I refused a goose because no goose or animal has ever died because of this programme. We've never killed anything in the name of BBC Broadcasting, and we never intend to do, although I did stun an eel once, but that was for television. Anyway, these people bought a goose, and they kept it for about, a few weeks or so before Christmas, and so the time came, Christmas came, so they had to kill it. So the lady and the man of the house and the children, they couldn't do it. They tried everything. They couldn't chop its head off. They couldn't pull its neck. So the father said, he said, this is true, by the way. He said, I'll hit it with a hammer. And he hit it with a hammer.
I don't believe this.
It's true.
I don't believe it. But
you don't believe anything.
I believe it's an urban legend.
It's not an urban legend. It's not an urban legend.
It's the brick in the pawn shop.
It's not an urban legend. I heard the story.
I bet you James Martin will say he heard the same story in Belfast.
No.
Try it.
Look, you're an old curmudgeon.
There's a lady on 2, by the way.
I'm not finished the story.
I know, but when you are finished the story, Brady wants to thank you.
All right, then.
All right, finish the story.
All right, then. Anyway, they couldn't do anything, so the father said, I'll hit it on the head with a hammer. So they did that. The poor goose collapsed, apparently dead. So they plucked it, and they hung it upside down, as you do. But then after a few hours, they've heard this awful clashing and banging. So no doubt, and the goose was still alive. And do you know what they did? They hadn't the heart to do anything else. So they were afraid of it. Yeah. Because have you ever seen a naked goose?
No.
It's a terrifying sight. And the thing was going mad, so they locked it in the wee shed. And it battered about. So then they started to feed it. And they wouldn't go near because they were actually frightened of it. And then they started to realise that Christmas was over. And do you know what the woman did?
Yeah, go on.
What?
Go on, tell me.
She knitted it a woolen cardigan. And the goose wore the little cardigan for weeks. And then its feathers grew again. And they kept it for years. And it became a pet. And it was the only goose in Londonderry who ever had a cardigan knitted
I would say
for
that
it.
goose would have died.
It didn't die.
It would die once you pluck it. How could you run around me?
I'd love to experiment. I'd love to pluck you and see how you fare. Hello. Good morning. Hello?
Hello.
Yes?
Hello, this is Brady McGoldrick here.
Do you believe that a woman would knit a cardigan for a goose? No, do you?
Yes.
I believe it.
Yes.
But this is the type of people... These are the type of people who reared you. People with a heart. And you just go in there and you
I think
you
those,
poo-poo it.
Those are the stories that were told around the fireside years ago when you had no TV and you just had the wee wireless sitting in the corner and people made up all sorts of wonderful yarns.
I had a TV in 1948.
I bet you could tell me about houses that you knew that were haunted.
I saw a ghost myself.
Well, there you are, you see.
It was Charlie Lansborough. Hello?
Hello.
Sorry.
Hello. Gerry, I just wanted to say thank you for answering my grandson's letter, which was a shock to me.
What was that?
When he was on, telling you that I was about to be a pensioner.
Oh, was that you?
Yes, it was.
Oh, are you, let me see, are you Brady?
I am, yes.
Oh, Brady, how are you?
Hi,
Isn't that nice, the wee fella, to get his granny, his Aunt Alice to write for him?
Yes, he got his Aunt Alice to write.
But when did you say hello to him now? Because he might be listening.
He's at school at the moment.
Are they not off school yet?
No, he doesn't finish until Friday.
Oh, that's a shame he won't hear it.
So he'll be delighted though when I tell him that, his letter was on. He's a wee scrub.
He says he's 6 years old, going on 46.
He's 6 going on 66.
Has he a wee torture, is he?
Pardon?
Has he a wee torture?
He's a lovely child.
Is he?
Lovely child. He's an absolute blessing.
Will you see him before Christmas, do you think? No?
He comes to me on a Monday, goes home on a Wednesday, comes back on a Friday and goes home on a Sunday.
Oh, he's a little regular shift man then.
He tells me this is his house. He'd asked, he was sitting at the table one day and he says, Gran, when you die and go to heaven, can I have this table and chairs? And this went on until eventually I asked for the whole house. And I said yes, that he could, but he had to share it with his sister Emma. And he just sat there and he looked at me and went, oh boy, that's cool. Me and Emma have got our own house.
Oh, I can see him as an estate agent when he grows up. Listen,
he's going to do something.
Going to have to go now, love. The news is coming up. I hope he hears this.
God bless him.
Okay.
Happy New Year.
Bye. Happy New Year. Bye. That's Brady. It's 11 o'clock. Thank you. Welcome back. It's just after 4 minutes past 11 o'clock. The number to ring is 08459 555 678. Email jerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk, or you can send us a text message. I'm just going to open them now to see what... Sometimes I'm afraid to look to see what's there. 077 8620 2223. That's 077 8620 2223. Please, this lady sends me a nice little card. She says, could you please pass my thanks to the young lad who looks after the Wallace P.E. Lisburn and keeps it clean. Wallace Park Lisburn. And keeps it clean from all park users who see him every day, including Saturday mornings when he has 9 football matches to sort out. Morning and afternoon, 9:30 until 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock. And football users, morning matches, this comes from as well. Pass on my thanks. Wish him a very happy Christmas and a happy New Year from all park users in Lisburn. Isn't that community spirited minded? That's an old ZZ Top tune called Gimme All Your Lovin' by the Leningrad Cowboys and the Red Army Ensemble. And before that we had a piece of instrumental music called Julian Banjos from an old movie called Deliverance starring Burt Reynolds. That's from the Dillards, Dillards. You've now heard the best. Rest. Now listen to the best. Josh Bruce sent me that. Thank you very much for that. Hello, good morning.
Gerry.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
I just walked in last night just at the tail end of a piece that appeared on Newsline.
Yes.
The BBC. It was about a chap somewhere in Northern Ireland who manufactures scale toy trailers, farm implements, etc. that goes in the back of those. I'm sure you've seen it, those little pedal type tractors that the kids ride.
I think we talked to him before at some stage, but I don't know. Yes, I know the guy.
I walked in the tail end of it, and I'm particularly interested in that. Unfortunately, I didn't get any of it at all. So I rang the BBC, got through to the helpline. Unfortunately, they were no help.
Well, what else is new?
well, they were as much help as directory inquiries.
Yeah.
You know, when you ring them and ask about somewhere knocking the claw, you get somebody in Liverpool.
Yeah, something in Birmingham.
That's right.
The where?
That's
I just
right.
went, OCH? Oh, where?
That's
Sorry,
right.
mate.
That's it. But they
Yeah.
refer to mollusk as mollusk.
Mollusk. Yes.
Anyway, I phoned them and they said, why don't you try the website? So I even asked to get through to the Newsline desk, but that was like the Mary Celeste. There was no one there either.
Oh, you wasted your time.
So
Right.
exactly. So really what I want to know is, did anyone see it? If they saw it, did they catch the man's name by any chance? And because I would like to contact him.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that'll be no problem
and
at
that's
all.
the
As I said before, I think we actually talked to him at some stage. I think it might have been last Christmas, because we had some other people looking for little agricultural.
Yeah.
What do they call them?
They're trailers, they're agricultural machinery.
Machinery.
Basically,
And
it's just attached onto the back of these tractors.
Yeah.
Pedal-longs, yeah.
Yeah, and he does little tractors and things like that.
Well, I don't think. I think that the bit that they did see was that he doesn't actually manufacture the tractors. He buys. He just sells the implements for it. But
Oh, is that it?
I'd say the natural progression is maybe move on to that. But
Yeah.
so that's really what I wanted. Just someone who saw the program. If they got his telephone number and his name, I would like to contact him.
Well, we have his name, Mervyn.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Mervyn Thompson.
Mervyn, hang on now to write that down. Mervyn Thompson.
What?
Mervyn Thompson, Clonny Trace Road.
Can you spell that?
I think it's Clonny, Clonny Trace, Trace, Clonny Trace Road.
All one word?
I don't really know.
That doesn't matter. Clonny Trace Road. Where's that?
Brashane.
Brashane.
That's the man.
Okay. No phone number. Obviously, I'll look him up. Be able to find it. Actually, a friend of mine comes from Brashane. It's not that big, so.
I'm sure he'll be in the book. That's his address anyway.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll be in the book.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you all.
Merry Christmas.
All the best.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
There's another man on too.
The Curzon Cinema's already been knocked down. According to Stevie Lee, he says, sad to say,
Yeah, they started.
we now have to talk about the Curzon Cinema in the past tense. It has already been razed to the ground. Another little bit of Belfast history goes by the wayside.
Where would a girl or lady
You don't care, do you?
get Belfast Monopoly?
Belfast Monopoly?
Belfast.
You buy the City Hall?
Where would you get Belfast
I have no
Monopoly?
idea.
A man wants to know, what should he do with the giblets and the neck of the turkey? Should you put the stuffing into the turkey before you cook the turkey, or should you put this and leave it inside, or should you leave the stuffing on the tray?
What do you mean leave the stuffing on the tray?
I don't know. I don't know how to cook.
You put the stuffing inside the turkey and you take the giblets and the neck, you leave them outside on the pan beside the turkey.
With the neck?
Yes, with the neck, yeah. A turkey's neck is lovely. I remember nibbling Cliff Richards one time.
Right, okay, so...
No, a turkey's neck is lovely. People don't bother about a turkey's neck anymore, but it's very knobbly.
It's very revealing.
It's very revealing.
Did you nibble Cliff's neck?
Well...
Hey, Hugh Jordan to be looking for you.
No. Daniel, give you permission.
So, you don't put your stuffing on the plate? You put the stuffing inside?
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Are you talking about when the cookie is cooked? The cookie? When the turkey... See, me talking gibberish now. When the turkey is cooked, he wants to know where he puts this... You put it up the turkey's arse.
Well, I know all that.
And what's wrong with that?
But I don't know whether he's saying, do you then extract it?
Of course you take it out.
Or do you leave it inside? Do you take it out and put it on the side of the plate?
When you do your turkey, and your stuffing is inside the turkey, lovely, right? And you slice off a piece of your turkey. Then you take your spoon and you put it in the turkey's arse. And you bring out your stuffing. And you put it whatever amount you need. And you leave it in the turkey. Yes, you leave it in the turkey.
There's a man on too.
You can't talk about anything, can you? We didn't finish this about the Curzon Cinema. He wants to tell us about the scariest movie he ever saw, which was in the Curzon. I tell you, it was a supporting feature for a film called Alive. Do you remember that one? Where the Argentinian hockey team...
Pharaoh's Curse.
No.
The scariest eye.
Yeah, but we're not talking about you. We're talking about him. That's the... I think it was it the Argentinian hockey team? And they reverted to cannibalism in the Andes.
Right.
Anyway, the supporting movie was called Black Christmas. Do you remember it?
No.
There was a killer in a house full of students, and you never saw him as he picked each one off. It was the only movie that ever made me pace the entries on the way. Pace the entries? What does that mean?
Well,
Oh, I mean, walking past the lanes. You know, you used to run past the lanes because they were dark and you were afraid because there might have been sailors down them with girls.
yeah.
Fond, if not scary memories, and a permanent reminder of the Curzon. Discuss. There we are, you see. The Curzon's gone. Everything's gone. You know, everything will soon be a Pizza Hut.
Go on, talk to the man.
You don't care about the
James
legacy that's going to be left for your children. You don't care about your children, do you? You don't care if they walk down the street and see nothing but McDonald's and Pizza Huts. You don't care, do you? You don't care. You don't want to see any architectural heritage. You don't want to see any 1930s, 1920s picture houses. You don't want to see old 18th century factories. You don't want to see nothing like that.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
Or else you would show some kind of sympathy and some kind of empathy towards what I'm saying.
Do you know Harry O'Neill?
No.
He's a postman in Maharafelt. He's retiring on Friday after 30 years. And
Friday?
All the boys want to wish him all the best.
After 30 years?
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah. Harry O'Neill, Maharafelt.
They'd probably stand the door now and watch the new postman. Remember the man? I always think of that, you know.
I know.
Let's talk about that again. I love talking about
No,
that.
there's a man on too.
No, let's talk about that. Where was that cache?
Yeah.
We were staying down. Do you remember that? People are... maybe new listeners never heard this. I love this.
Try Harry with it, or try Rick is on too.
No, I don't have to try anybody. I just tell the people. I don't even have to tell you. I'm going to turn you off. We were down in Kesh one time doing a programme for the BBC. And we used to have to get up very early in the morning. We were there for about a week. And there used to be a man. Used to sit outside. There was a little summer seat outside the hotel. He used to sit out there. And he'd be sitting there at 7 o'clock in the morning. We used to always see him there. And a gentleman who was with us, the late Tommy Kelly, started to talk to him. And he asked him what he was doing sitting there. And he said that he used to be the fella who cleaned the streets. And now he goes there every morning to make sure that the new fella's doing his job properly. Remember, he used to sit and watch the guy. He said, see that piece of paper there? Look, he left that. Look. There's a chewing gum wrapper. Look, he never bothered his arse about that. Look, I'm telling you. If I had been here, I'd have lifted that. And look over that. Look at that. There's a hamburger container. Look, he just left it. I just walked past it.
There's a man on.
You'll be doing that. See when we're sacked out of here? You know what we'll be doing? We'll be standing outside the gates, waiting for guys to come out saying, you played that record wrong. You talked over the top of it. And you'll be saying, you should have given that phone call earlier. There's a man for you on one. Then we'll get down and we'll have a pint. And then we'll sit in the corner and have a dog.
Oh, stop it.
That's all in front of us. Could be next year. What are you saying here?
There's a man on too.
You sound so tired.
No, I am. My heart is weary. It really is.
Is it? Why?
I just...
You fed up?
No, I don't...
With the people or with me?
You.
Me?
You.
Why?
You.
It's because I'm so bright and bouncy today. You can't take it. You were drinking last night, weren't you?
I was not.
You were?
I watched the
I can tell the old eyes on you.
I watched The Sopranos.
It doesn't mean to say you weren't drinking.
No, it wasn't.
Were you drinking in the house?
No.
Ah, you hot whiskey. Turned into 5. Emptied the bottle. Oh, who drank that bottle? Do you ever notice that when you're drinking hot whiskey in the house? You say to yourself, especially a night like last night, -5 degrees up here. Did you ever see a night like that?
I never went out the door.
Oh, I was freezing and I was in the house. And you say to yourself, a wee hot whiskey would be nice. And about 11 o'clock, that's a bad time to have hot whiskey. Right. Because you say to yourself, I'm going to bed now at about 11:30. What I'll do is, I'll have a wee hot whiskey and I'll watch maybe Newsnight.
Right.
So you go out there and you pour yourself a hot whiskey, but that's not the measure you get in a pub. You pour yourself maybe a triple whiskey. And then you're not listening at all.
No.
You pour yourself maybe a triple whiskey, and then you put water in, and then you go and then you drink it about 11:30. You say, "Oh, that was really nice there. Time enough to go to bed at 12. I'll have another one of those." So you go out and then you pour yourself. You don't realise you're pouring yourself a triple whiskey, but if you see how little you get in a whiskey in a bar, you would never pour yourself that at home. So suddenly, in the space of an hour, you've drank 6 whiskeys, and then at 12 o'clock, if you don't go to bed at 12 o'clock, you're bait, because then you'll start. Oh, get that bottle.
I'm going to put I've decided that on my headstone.
Yeah.
I'm going to put on, there's a man on one.
Oh, there's a man on one. Hello?
He's on 2.
Is he really? That's your stone bugger, right? Hello, good morning.
Oh, good morning, Gerry.
How are you?
I'm not so bad. You put me in the ocean for a whiskey, though.
I know.
No, I was listening to you earlier on there. You were talking about wee words and phrases and so forth.
That's right.
You just don't hear anymore.
No, you don't.
You actually played some at one of mine a wee while back. Remember Hindsight Street? Hit me back.
That's right. That's right. I know who you are now.
You played that one.
Oh, that was really nice. I might play that again.
Well, I'll tell you what it is now. I was just, when you were chatting to the woman about those wee phrases, it just put me in mind of a wee poem my late father wrote, and it was just about that sort of thing.
Really?
And I just wondered, would you like to hear it?
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
Okay, well, it's called As English Should Be Spoke.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. Now, where would you hear somebody say, I had a desperate sore head the other day. My nose was running, my feet was like lead. I could have slept in a clothesline, never mind my bed. And nowhere else would you hear him, sure. Come on in and shut the door. Put your feet in your pocket and don't dirty the carpet. Forgot that wee remnant today at the market. Now I'm just going in to put on a pawn. It's like a wee drop of tea in your hand. But there's more if you listen for just a wee while. Like the mother who asked, did you see my wee child? And the neighbour who answered, he's with wee McKibben, who's just after crigging his toe on the cribbin. He's gurning his eyes out, the poor wee crater. I heard his ma's taking him up till the mater. And if that should sound queer, sure, here's another wee gag. A man pulled a hamstring and went to bed with his leg. And a favourite one from a wee shipyard man. When he'd finished his lunch, he went and wrenched out his can. Sure, we've all met the woman who knows all the latest and tells of the neighbour who's in bed with bronchitis. Now, there's no end of joy that this lingo can bring. Real English is nice, but this is the thing. Just keep your ears open, and I'm sure you'll admit the words that you hear, they'll all be a hit. And where will you hear them? I'll tell you at last. Sure, if you don't know already, it's dear old Belfast.
That's great. Did your father wrote that?
My dad, my late father, wrote that.
Oh, he was talented, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was great crack. He would just write them, and then set them to one side. And we used to just have great laughs with the family, reading.
Oh, that's brilliant. No, but to put them all together like that, he had a wee bit of a talent there, hadn't he?
Oh, he had. He really had.
Oh, that's brilliant.
But I just thought you'd enjoy that.
Oh, I did. I really did enjoy that. Thanks very much. Okay. Thanks a million.
All right, Gerry.
See you later.
Cheers, mate.
Bye. That was good, wasn't it?
Yes.
I enjoyed it. You were laughing.
He's a very talented fella.
His father?
No, Rick has.
Rick has, I know, yeah, but yes, he got that from his father.
Now, listen.
Yes?
We need you in this one.
Really? Right?
Is this one or two, Jordan?
That's one.
We need you. Right, we need you. We can't cope.
You can't cope?
No.
All right, I'll talk to the man in a minute. I'll keep him hanging, though.
No,
for
don't.
I'll keep him hanging for a second.
The man's in a hurry.
I'll keep him hanging. There'll be a CD launch, a good friend of mine called Ken Lennon. Ken Lennon's a gentleman who had his liver transplant. He had a liver transplant, much the same way as George Best. And he's about the same age as George Best, too. And he had his liver transplant around about the same time as George Best. And I have to say, I saw him during the night of, Children in Need. And he looked a hell of a lot better than George Best does, I'll tell you. And he's not staying in no swanky hospitals. His CD launch all day in the Royal Victoria Hospital new building. The CDs go on sale this Friday in the hospital, in Virgin, HMV and Gramophone, to raise money for the hospital. So if you send me a copy of that, Ken, I'll play that tomorrow or whenever I get it, and I'll tell the people more about it. There's a man here. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. What seems to be the trouble?
Good morning, Gerry. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
That's good. You mentioned a dog that was missing on the Bellarone Road. A black Labrador, is that right?
Probably. I don't remember them all, to be honest with you, but I imagine that would be the one, yes?
Yes, I'm from the Bellarone Road here myself, and there was a wee Labrador, maybe it's not right to mention it over there, but there was a wee Labrador who was injured in a car crash down the Castle Dawson Road, not far away from it. I was just wondering, was the same one? You could notify the people,
Okay, I wonder, do we have a record of that in there?
We haven't.
No, we have. Right, okay, what we can do, see, sometimes we get lots of pieces of paper about lots of dogs, and then if we don't hear something immediately, we don't keep them,
I understand. Well, the situation is, if you happen to come on it and has a telephone number, or take my telephone number, tell the people to ring me in.
All right, because
maybe enlighten them on it.
Yeah, because if I have read this out, the people will be listening for a few days.
Yes.
So chances are that the people will be listening. So it was a black Labrador. Anything unusual about it apart from the fact that it was injured?
Well, in actual fact, it was fatally injured. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's dead.
So, but I don't want I was somebody's pet. I don't want them to hear that. You know what I mean?
Well, it's better to know.
Well, this is one of the reasons why I'm ringing back, Gerry. Is I thought maybe it's better. I was a wee beloved pet as I have the dogs myself here. It's better to know than maybe thinking of wee critters lost through the country somewhere. You know what I mean?
So where did this happen?
It happened on the Castle Dawson Road, but I'm not sure. really sure whether it was the same dog or not. I know the time that you reported the dog incident or the missing, that particular evening there was a dog, a black Labrador, killed not far from my daughter's house on the Castle Dawson Road.
Dear.
And nobody seemed to know who owned it. And I was just wondering, was it the same wee dog? And if the people who at least would know the wee critter wasn't still being, you know what I mean? If it's the same dog,
Yeah, it's better to know, because those people would still be living in hope.
Well, this is what I mean. This is why I was rang yesterday to your friend. The situation this here, quite possible there still could be searching the wee dog and wonder where it's at, It may not be the dog at all, but there's a possibility it could be, you know what I mean?
Don't worry about it. If the people are listening to this and they're interested, they will ring up, and if anyone rings up asking about it, possible.
Give them my number there, and it's possibly, I know, maybe a neighbour or someone. Okay, so.
All right, okay.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye. You see that man, since you consider that man was, you wouldn't care if the dog died or not. You wouldn't bother. He was concerned. You would just walk past it.
Well, that's right.
It's only a dog, you'd say. It's only a dog. No dog will be fed by me, no time. No giving no money to no dog, no time. I think were your phrase you used one time. I'll give no money to no dog, no time. Well, that's all right. I remember that. No money to no dog, no time.
Your man's now on 1.
Is he? Hello, good morning. No, he's not.
Hello, Gerry.
He's on 2. Hello, James, is it?
Hello.
Yes, James. We were talking about you earlier on.
I was in Royal Avenue the other day, and I was asking, was there any possibility of getting a stall to put your books on?
Yes.
And I was told that stall holders in Royal Avenue are being evicted.
Well, they're not being evicted very quickly?
Because they don't want them on Royal Avenue at all. So unfortunately, Gerry, you'll not be able to sell the book in Royal Avenue unless you stand with them and with a sack round your neck and them in a bag, because you can't set up a stall. They would lift you.
That would look bad for me.
You couldn't do that. It wouldn't give you a good appearance.
The last man I saw doing that was Bernard. What do you call Bernard at a blind date?
What's Brown?
Bernard
McKee.
Last time I saw a man doing that was him. He was flogging CDs in Cookstown. It didn't look good.
It didn't sell very well.
No, it doesn't look good. That standing hawking your wares.
No.
No, I prefer to get some
coming out.
What?
When's the new book coming out?
I'm not immediately.
But you've told me that a whole lot of times.
Well, I've gone down it. I wrote this book and then I changed it, and then I'm still working at different things.
Have you not got enough ammunition for it?
I have plenty of ammunition, but I have to wait until I'm dead before I write it.
And you were talking about the Curzon.
Yeah, do you remember the Curzon cinema?
The last time I was in the Curzon, Gerry, was in the early 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I took my children to see a film, and that's the last time I was there in the Curzon.
I was in the That was up the Lisburn Road, isn't it?
No, it's in the Armour Road.
Oh, the Armour Road, sorry. Is it?
It is.
Oh, you're right, I'm sorry. It was a big kind of 30s building, wasn't it?
That's right. And there was a bookie's face in it.
There was a pub near called the Four Trees.
There was a pub just up, the Ericals just up the road from it.
That's right. I used to go, I remember going to the cinema and then going into the pub. Happy days. It was a nice cinema. But you know what I'm going to tell you? See these multiplexes.
They're no use.
They're horrible.
They're crap.
Hold on a minute. What?
Does James remember the Roy Rogers Club in the Curzon?
Do you? Do you remember the Roy Rogers Club in the Curzon?
No, I don't, Gerry, because the Curzon was too far away. My local cinema was a Forum.
The Forum, where was that now?
At the top of the Crumlin on the Woodville Road.
Is that away now too?
Oh, it's a social club now.
I've got a book published by a man not so long ago, the history of all those cinemas. Did you ever get a copy of that?
I did not. Here, do you know what I got today?
What?
I got a Christmas card.
From who?
From you.
Oh, that's right, yes.
I couldn't believe it.
Oh, yes. So I knew nothing about that.
But there was no money in it.
No, there's no money in it. No. Tell you what I do. You might be interested in that. No, why did you expect money in it? That's the children that need money. Do you think I distribute the children need money amongst the listeners? Do you? No. I'll tell you what I'll do today. I feel good today because I feel like doing good. I'll go up and have a look, see if I can find that book about the Belfast cinemas. It's really, really good, and I'll send it to you as a Christmas present.
Gerry, do you know this? I have an old newspaper, and on the back page, there's a column and a half of cinemas, in Belfast.
Is that right?
It is.
Well, this book has got the same number of cinemas, but there's photographs and a little history of each one of them.
Probably very interesting.
It is extremely interesting to me. Look, and I'm not from Belfast
I
at
know
all.
you're not. Is there Smithfield Ritz on it?
But I would say so. I mean, all the ones. What was the cartoon theatre used to be?
That was the Mayfair.
I used to go there.
You did not.
No. There was a cartoon theatre opposite where Gerry's Hotel is now.
Oh, the Mayfair.
I used to go there.
They used to call it the Mayfair, and then it changed its name to the Classic and Cartoon.
I used to go in there.
And you know the most scary film I ever seen, Jerry?
What was that?
Dead Man Walking.
Dead Man Walking? A recent one?
Oh, no, that's a long time ago.
Really? Who was in that?
Oh, I forget, Jerry.
That must have scared you all that much.
That long ago. But I remember people walking out because it was scary. I wasn't very old. But that's the one. But that's a long time ago.
The only film that ever scared me was Psycho.
That's on this week.
On what?
On BBC.
Oh, I'll have to go out that night.
I think it's BBC.
People were terribly innocent.
Friday night it's on.
Is it really?
Aye.
Well, you see, people were terribly innocent then when that came out. I was only very, very young.
I didn't think it was scary at all.
Oh, I remember going to see that, and we were all sitting there, a bunch of us. And whenever she was in the shower, Janet Leigh, and I remember he came in, Anthony Perkins, dressed as his mother, came in with a knife, and they went, the music went like that. We all ran out.
You see, you weren't allowed in the last 20 minutes of that film.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but you're allowed out.
That
was the main
but
thing.
They wouldn't let you in because it spoiled the film.
Well, we got out all right, I'll tell you that. We made a brush for the door. And do you remember, there used to be... do you know what you don't see anymore? Do you know in the back of cinemas used to be a place you could look over the side?
That's right, yes.
Does James remember chummy seats? They had them in the Park Cinema.
That's right. A double seat at the back row.
That's right, at the old Park Road.
That's right. A double seat in the back row.
That's what they were called.
They were all a courting couple.
They were for homosexuals.
They were called chummies.
And they were lovers' seats.
That's right.
Yes.
I used to go to a park every Saturday afternoon because they showed a Western, the matinee.
Yeah.
And you get in for sixpence.
Apparently you've been putting your stuffing in the wrong end of the turkey. Apparently you don't put it there where you said you put it.
Where are you putting it, Jack?
He was putting it in his,
It's ours, yeah.
That's where I put it.
Well, where would you put it?
I've stuffed the chicken a whole lot of times.
What would you do, pile it on its wing?
No, a lady phoned in to say that you'll be poisoning half the country if you do it that way. You put it down its neck.
No, you don't.
Well, that's what the lady said.
Well, you can if you wish, but that's a tricky way down.
The way I always do it, Jerry, is I always stuff it from the rear end, and then at the end I put a big onion in.
I was always a rear-end man myself, to be honest with you. But see, this is the traditional route. It's the traditional route, Mr. Cole. You can't start the wrong end.
Jerry, you have to allow traditional.
People have been doing that for 200 years. They're not going to change now. I've been marching up that turkey.
Listen, turn me off, you two.
Well, you started it. You started it.
Yes.
Were you ever in the Miners' Matinee?
I was.
You see, I was in the Miners'
And you
Matinee.
know this guy used to sing in the Saturday morning matinee, but I never won.
Well, the Miners' Matinee was on a Saturday morning, wasn't it?
It was, sorry.
I remember the only thing I remember about that.
You missed that, she did completely.
What?
You missed that completely.
Missed what?
What James just said there.
I used to sing. Yeah.
I would give him to sing.
I'm going back to that.
Oh, you beg your pardon.
I'm a professional broadcaster, Sean. You just don't leap on
I
things.
want to know what did he sing?
I'll get back to it.
Party piece then.
I'll get back to it.
All right.
We are the boys of St. Eugene's, and well, we know just what that means.
What did James sing?
I don't know.
And let's give him a prize, because he never won all those
I
years
never
ago.
won anything.
Well, let's give him a prize.
I tell you what, I've got a prize here. It's a book about cinemas.
You can give me that, that's right.
But what did you sing?
Don't you rock me, Daddy-O.
Has to be heard. Go ahead, James.
Go ahead.
Oh, forget it,
No,
Jack.
you don't. Don't you rock me, Daddy-O. Don't you rock me, Daddy-O. Don't you rock me, Daddy. I'd say you're a hit.
I might kiss your mammy-o.
Did you make that line up?
He did.
What? Is that not the line?
No.
What's the line then?
It's, what was it?
Start at the beginning, James.
Me and a Billy Goat were going to town.
Go ahead.
What?
Sail away, lady, sail away.
Go on, sing
Riding
it, sing
a
it.
Billy Goat leading a hound.
Go on, sing it.
I can't sing that now.
You sang it then.
for heaven's sake.
You sang it then, you can sing it now.
That was 40 years ago.
Well, that doesn't mean to say you can't sing if you can't sing. You can sing what you can sing 40 years ago.
I don't remember the words, Jack.
You just said them all there now a moment ago. You're lying to your teeth.
Is it any wonder he didn't get a prize?
I never won. Here, did you ever sing in a matinee?
No, I never sang. The only thing I remember about the matinees, they used to give you a bottle of lemonade and a bun on your birthday.
Oh, we never got that.
You turned me off.
You don't care about anything. Anyway, James, I'll send you that book.
Thanks, Jay.
And happy Christmas to you.
I have a lady on the phone here telling me you got your cinemas mixed up, you and James.
Who's got our
Where did you
cinema?
say the Ritz was? The corner of the Grosvenor Road.
No,
Grosvenor Road.
The Smithfield Ritz was in Smithfield.
What do you call the other one?
The Mayfair.
The Mayflower.
Fair.
Mayfair. Where's the Mayfair?
It was facing the Ritz.
Yeah, where was that?
Which is now Gerry.
It was on the opposite side of the street.
That's right.
Beside the Black Man.
That's correct.
Right, okay.
Opposite Mayfair.
Well, James agrees with you with that one.
We don't say the black man anymore.
No, he's
Yes,
not there.
it's knocked down now, apparently. They pulled it down this morning.
No, it's not. No, the black man wasn't pulled down this morning. Black man was pulled down a
your
long
watch has
time
been
ago.
knocked down. Oh, this lady's watching the curtain been knocked down.
Oh, dear.
Well, do you want to... Here, I'll put you through to these
No.
two clowns. Hold on. I'll put you through to this.
I'm just getting rid of James. Look, you put me another
There's
one.
that lady there now who's watching this curtain been knocked down.
If you're watching the curtain be knocked down,
I am. I'm looking through the window and they're bonging it down. There you are. So it's gone. And tell James there'll be no more wee Saturday afternoon cowboy shows or anything.
That's terrible.
No more chummy seats.
No more chummy seats. Well, and your bargain book, Gerry, you can buy that book in the bargain bookstores about the old cinemas. It's still on sale.
Well, there you are. You see, what's it called? I can't remember. Cinemas of Belfast, something like
Cinemas
that.
of Belfast, that's
That's
correct.
it, yeah.
That's correct. It's a black and white book.
It's quite
but
sad.
Unfortunately, your book's not to be got.
Well, I don't know what's wrong. I must ring the printer.
He's probably busy printing Christmas cards.
There's such a demand for it this year. They've missed an opportunity.
I can well believe that.
It's so late.
Very enjoyable, except for the foul language.
The foul language is foul indeed, yes.
Sure, we all talk that.
Listen,
well,
that must be a sad day for you today, looking out your window, watching the curtain be knocked down.
It's gone. That's progress. What can you do about it? You have to
Well, you
move
could
on.
lie down in front of the digger for a start.
No way. Absolutely not.
What are they putting there in its place?
Probably a Pizza Hut.
I would imagine flats. But tell James the bookies is still here.
That's all right. It's probably built flats for people in Dublin to buy.
They probably will.
And then they sell them again whenever the bother stops.
It's good news for James, though.
Yes.
What's good news for James?
What the lady just said.
The
What
bookies
did
is still
the
there.
lady just say?
The bookies are still there.
I know, I heard that. I'm going back to that.
Oh, well, you keep going back. Why do you miss them at the time?
I'm not missing anything. You just want me to jump in and just jump in all the time.
And Johnny, the article's still there.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Yeah.
The article's worth going to.
And the bookies are still there, James.
The article is worth going to.
Yeah.
Mr. McGurran runs a good pub.
A good pub,
That's
yeah.
Thomas J. McGurran.
Oh, we've had people playing there who
You've had indeed.
Dana Lyons and people and Chip Taylor.
But
They
you
all
keep
played
telling
there.
them the wrong road.
The
It's
pub that-
Ormo Road that it's on.
Ormo Road.
The pub that you and James couldn't remember was called the Big House.
The big house is next door.
Oh, that's
I didn't
good.
remember
Yeah.
that one.
All right then. Okay.
All the best now.
All
Happy
right,
Christmas
bye.
to everyone.
See you
Bye.
later, James. Bye.
Bye.
Merry Christmas, and I'll speak to you soon.
Okay, bye. 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 Hello, good morning, Jeff.
Hello, Gerry.
Yes, how are you?
I'm not bad. What about you?
I'm okay, thank you.
Good, man. Gerry, I'm looking you to help me out here. It's actually for a friend of mine. He's looking at a wee present for his wife and he can't get it anywhere. And he's a wee bit backward. He'll not ring you himself. So
God,
I thought to do that.
many backward people don't bother ringing here.
I know.
That's all right.
Well, some of us are more forward than others.
Some of us are more backward about coming forward.
That's it.
All right,
I'll
then
tell you
what
what
is
it is.
Yeah.
It's a Royal Dalton figurine of a horse. Arkle, it's called. I think that's spelled A-R-K-L-E.
That's the way it's spelled. You're absolutely right. A Royal Dalton figure.
Yep.
All right.
There's a serial number for it as well here if you want it.
Okay.
It's A2065.
Yeah.
So if anybody could...
Yeah, but I'm sure you don't need the serial number. I'm sure, an Arkle Royal Dalton figure will be readily identifiable. So, Arkle, anyone who knows where that could be got, time is running out.
That's
Only a
it.
week to go. This wanted for a Christmas present, is it?
That's it, yes. For
All right.
For his
So
darling wife.
Okay, anyone out there who's got a Royal Dalton figure of Arkle, give us a ring here. Okay, we'll hear from we'll hear from. We'll ring you. Sorry, if anyone rings us about that. Okay,
Lovely.
sir.
Thanks, Jerry.
Keep listening, and we might have news for you on the air.
Will do.
All right.
He's listening himself, so...
The backward fella.
Aye.
Okay.
That's him.
Okay.
Adrian, you call him.
Adrian Backward. Okay.
That's him. Cheers.
Bye.
Hi, Jerry. Bye.
Bye. Bye. What?
There's a wee caller. You're talking about Arkle there.
Yes.
I vaguely remember. I think I remember a pub in Belfast called the Arkle Bar. Was there such a bar? Was there?
I don't
Arkle
know.
Bar.
That's a good one.
Uh-huh.
The Arkle Bar.
Yeah. I wonder would anyone remember that, or am I getting it wrong?
Probably.
There's a lady now with some information for you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Gerry.
What information do you have for me?
I have to tell you that if you're going to tell the people to stick the stuffing up the turkey's arse,
Yeah.
you are going to poison half the country.
Why would I do a thing like that?
Because the turkey doesn't get cooked properly. The inside of it is still quite raw, so your stuffing isn't going to be cooked. If you had been watching the BBC yourself this morning, you would have seen how to cook it.
But where do you put the stuffing?
You put the stuffing on a dish in the oven at the same time as the turkey.
My mother's been putting stuffing up a turkey's arse for 50 years, and I'm not dead yet.
You, she must have been cooking it for about 17 hours.
Well, she did actually, yeah. She kept it on. We used to put it on at 9 o'clock at night. On the Christmas Eve, and it would go on all night. My father used to cook it. It was the only time he ever got off his chair, and he would look after the cooking on Christmas Eve, and he did the turkey, and he used to get up in the middle of the night to poke it, and then it'd be ready. It'd be on for about 24 hours actually.
Well, exactly.
on a low gas.
And I bet you it was dry as a bone.
It was lovely.
It was as dry as a bone.
You be careful what you say about my mother's turkey.
Jerry.
It was lovely.
Do you know the only reason I've been listening to you this morning?
Why?
Because my daughter has lost a little black kitten.
Oh dear.
And somebody yesterday came on and found a black kitten.
Yeah, I think you're right, yes.
Now, I wanted to know the number. They don't even know it. What's the point in ringing your programme if you're not going to keep the number to tell people?
I don't take that tone with me. It's the staff here. There's no quality amongst the staff. They throw everything away.
Well, Jerry, I'm going to tell you the music you had this morning is absolutely rotten.
It is absolutely atrocious, I agree. But, it's different, isn't it? You see, everywhere else you put on the radio, you know what you're going to hear. You're going to hear Girls Aloud. You're going to hear boy bands.
Yes, they're dreadful.
You're going to hear Hugo. You're going to hear Daniel. You're going to hear, God knows, Mariah Carey. You're going to hear Celine Dion.
Well, the only thing that was good this morning, now we did hear that the curtain's been knocked down. Now, I wouldn't have known that, and I went to the curtain when I was a girl.
Well, that's not a good thing to hear then.
So I'm sad about that.
Yeah, right.
But I'm more sad about the little black kitten.
Well, you see, the people in this building should keep more records. I don't have time. I'm broadcasting so furiously.
Well, would you broadcast now?
Yeah.
A little black kitten lost on Friday in South Belfast.
South Belfast. Pinpoint it a wee bit more accurately.
I don't want to say Malone Road because I know how you run the Malone Road.
Don't be ashamed of Malone Road.
And the children in Malone Road feel just as sad when they lose
Of course
their
they do.
pet.
Never you think that I have anything against the people in Malone Road.
Well, then why do you run them down?
Because I have nothing else to do. The Malone Road, you'd never be ashamed of where you came from. If you're from Polglass, you wouldn't be ashamed to say it.
I don't
so
know
why be ashamed to say you're from Malone Road?
Well, this little kitten was lost from the Malone Road.
All right, okay.
And the twins are very, very sad.
All right, then, okay. So anyone who sees little black kitten, there's any little collar or anything on it?
It's just new, you see.
I mean, new kitten.
So they've only just had the first injection.
All right, then.
And they're absolutely, they're distraught about it.
Okay, right. So if we hear anything, or if the lady or person...
Now, I have left my telephone number there.
All right, then, okay.
So, will they hold on to it, or will they throw it out along with all
No,
the
they'll hold on to it. They'll hold on to it, and if we have no joy today, because it's getting a bit close to 12 o'clock, the crazies are starting to ring in about this time.
Yes, well, you see, it was nearly 12 o'clock yesterday when somebody did find one, or it was mentioned. But when I rang back this morning, no one knew anything about it.
See, this is around about the time of the day that the flags and emblem people get out of their bed
Yes, the mad people
and shake
come
their
on.
heads and go at David.
I don't listen to that either.
Oh, no, please don't. All right, then, we'll try as best we can to get your kitten.
Right, and don't forget about your turkey now. Don't stick it up its arse.
All right, then, I'll try very hard not to do that.
Bye-bye, Gerry.
Okay, bye. Would you believe a woman on the Malone Road would use language like that?
Standing room only.
What?
There's a lady rapping a book called Standing Room Only.
You sound very tired.
You have no idea what it's like here. Standing Room Only. And she bought it in Bangor. She can't remember. She may have bought it in Easton's or Stuart Miller's in Bangor. But it's all the history of the cinemas.
That's what it's called, Standing Room Only. She's absolutely. I thought it was called Cinemas of Belfast, but that would have been too obvious.
Yeah.
Standing Room Only is what the book is called. It's a very, very good book. And I'm going to look for it upstairs and then not send it to James Martin.
Oh, you must send it to James.
If I can find it.
Yes.
You probably stole it.
God forgive you.
You steal everything else.
I did.
Well, who steals stuff from me? People steal from me all the time. Who is it? It's Eamon Friel, is it?
Excuse me, did you
It's
not...
Eamon Friel, isn't it?
Did you not steal a book in me yesterday?
I did, yes.
Yes, thank you.
A lot of text messages here. Hold on a second and just get to the bottom of them. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Look at the many of them. Why do you play such rubbish? Put on Rawhide by Joy Emerson. Hey, right. Am I a clairvoyant or what? Hi, Gerry. Say hello to my husband, Eugene. He listens to you every day. Love, Liz. Gerry, please play a Pecker Dunn song, any one. I think Pecker's due a listen. Gerry, it's Davis here. I am driving and can smell cow's dung. It's better than that song. Please play Steve Earle, Copperhead Road. Merry Christmas, Gerry. I am one of the fat truckers and I need a laugh. Please get Big Pat. We've been trying to get Big Pat. There's a garbled one, probably just as well. A 6-month-old cat lost in the John Street area of Rathfriland. The kids miss it badly. It's orange, black and white. An unusual colouring, I have to say. Gerry, also, I've asked before, have old tractor. I need to find owner somewhere. I can't help you on that one. Tell Gerry to play Davy Sloan singing Bonnywood Green. No, thank you. I disagree with you. I think Davy sings the song with a great voice and great passion, yes, but I couldn't be bothered with it. Keep playing the mad, bad, good stuff. We like your style. That's Gerry, Paddy, Ashfelt and the boys. Gerry, where can my sister buy a pure bristle shaving brush for her son for Christmas? She had been told they're not made anymore. I said you'd find one for her. It's a bit late now because the crazies are coming on. Please play something for Bridget McGarry, whose birthday is tomorrow. She finishes work today for Christmas. She's great crack and she loves Geordie. There we are. Many people do. A wee kiss would make her day. I can't make out that name. It's a bit garbled. Please join together with the band for PSNI. A lot of controversy about that, about the police band being wound up. I think it's a shame myself, to be honest with you. Happy Christmas. Oh, no. Your biggest fan. Hope he doesn't let the brush fall. There's no name there. Hi, Gerry. What was that crap song you started with? It's almost as bad as Bonnywood Green. Gerry, big thanks for playing Julian banjos. Merry Christmas to you all from Bill. What do you call the CD with features Cows with Guns? And who is the singer? The singer is called Dana Lyons, as in Dana, as in all kinds of everything. And the CD is called Cows with Guns. And he's got a website which is called www.cowswithguns, all lowercase, all one word, .com. What?
Tesco's and Banbridge.
What about them?
That's where you'll get your shaving brush.
Okay. Gerry, could you...
And your Arkle, your Arkle...
Royal Dalton figure.
Right. Wardens of Newton Ards.
There we are. Could you announce the 3-legged dog has been seen running about Dramara? I think it's a collie, brown, black and white. If anyone is missing it, could you give us a shout there, yeah? 3-legged dog in Dramara. We've got a mobile number here. Merry Christmas to Kerpal, listening in Phoenix, from the guys at Nova Print in Belfast. And please say hi to Laura, listening in Maharalin, revising her biology. Tell her not to be working hard. And I'm thinking about her from John. Mr. and Mrs. Miller is bloody awful. Well, she is. That's why she's been played.
What's the origin of crocodile tears? Vinci wants to know.
Crocodile tears. Crocodiles have tear ducts, and they automatically vacate, but they don't mean that the crocodile's sad. So, in other words, we see water coming out of a crocodile's eye, it means nothing.
Right. So that's the...
Whereas if you see tears coming out of ours, it also means nothing. The Arkle Inn Bar was at the corner of Dover Street, near Divis Street in Belfast, from John Nesbitt, who is an ex-patron. You were right. There was an Arkle Inn Bar. Yeah. You can get a bristle brush in Butch the Chemist. Right, Gerry, I seen a kitten driving a Mercedes at the top of the Malone Road. That's a wee joke, you know. But some people don't like people from the Malone Road on talking. It makes them angry. Right, that's all I'm going to do now. That's me read up.
Right.
Have anything else?
I don't know, probably.
You're not yourself today. You need a good rest.
I do.
Look at me. I'm as fresh now today at the start of this programme as I am now. And look at you. You were grand at the start. Now you're just a husk.
I know.
You're a beaten husk.
Mm-hmm.
You need... know what you need? You're not eating the proper food.
I'm like a big sunflower drooping down. I think with a big head hanging down.
I think you are.
Yeah.
You need to eat more bran. Now, you're probably wondering what that is. I can tell you right away. That's a faulty CD. Let me just look at that. Look, somebody's had their dinner in that. My God, that's awful. Excuse me a second. Just let me fix this. I'm going to play this little song. It's by a fella called P.P. Slaggart. It's called Whiskey Town.